What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG TCG video. Today, guys, we are doing something a little different, as I'm not going to be going over anything in regards to the Master Rule format. Instead, we're actually going to take a dive into the Rush Duel format, as two new Legend cards have been announced for the next big Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel set coming out. I don't know the date of it, actually. I just know it has the cover of Roa and Roman for their new cards on it. I think it's like Internal Live or something like that. We got an announcement that two Legend cards are going to be in it, and since I have more knowledge of the Master Rule style of things, I just wanted to kind of go over the Legend cards. That's where more you're going to see my content in terms of Rush Duels, because I am not as invested in the Rush Duels as probably some of you guys on my channel, just because Rush Duels is just not a style that appeals to me right now. Plus, we don't even have it in the TCG yet, so I feel like honestly, this is more for Rush Duels. I'm just going to more go over the Legend cards, and that's really just going to be it. So I hope you guys are excited, as we're going to be going over Buster Blader and Monster Reincarnation, a very interesting pair of cards that come into the Rush Duel format, and I'm very excited to go over it with you guys. So without further ado, let's not waste any more time, and let's get right into it. So for the Rush Duel videos as well, I am going to be going like I would normally do in a Master Rule format. We'll go over the monsters first, then the spells and traps, because there is no extra deck for this format. And then if for some reason I decide to do maximum, which I'm not going to probably do, I would just do it in between like the normal monsters and the spell and trap cards. But anyway, the first monster we're going over, it's the only monster, is Buster Blader, my boy Buster Blader. Level 7 Earth Warrior type effect monster with 2600 attack, 2300 defense. Its requirement is none. And then its continuous effect, this card gains 500 attack times the total number of face-up monsters, dragon type, your opponent controls, and monsters, dragon type, in your opponent's graveyard. Which, you're going to expect these with a lot of these Rush Duel cards. From what I noticed, is that they're just going to only have one effect, and that's it. It's a very situational card, because you need to go against an opponent that uses dragon cards. So, like, if you're going up against an opponent that uses dragon monsters like Dragears and Shock Lead, Dragon Bat, like monsters like that, and that was what their full deck is around, then I could see this card pretty useful, because 500 attack points is not that bad. And with how Rush Duels work, it's going to be very easy to summon this card, because all you just need to do is summon two monsters, tribute them off, and then you can summon your Buster Blader onto the field. Again, more situational towards dragon types, but also it's just a good tribute summon monster you can go into, because it has 2600 attack points, which is actually more than Dragears without any power boost. So that's pretty interesting to say the least. But let's go into the spell card Monster Reincarnation. So for Monster Reincarnation, it is a Legend card as well, a normal spell card. Its requirement is to send one card from your hand to the graveyard, and its effect is choose one monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. The normal Monster Reincarnation, the only difference between this that you would see in a normal card is, I believe the text on it actually says discard one card from your hand, then target one monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So they kind of made it to fit what like the whole requirement thing, which I think is cool that they kind of split that up and not have it like as a continuous thing. So like children that actually want to get into Rush Duels, because that's where this is more appealing to, is towards children. I think this is like an easier way to kind of show kids like the requirements that they need to do, and once you fit those requirements, then you can use the effect. I think it's just a little bit easier for them to understand, which is pretty cool. And also the rarity on this card looks pretty interesting as well. It kind of looks like there's like shattered pieces in this. I don't know what rarity this is from the image that I got from this. To me, the closest I can think is Prismatic Rare, which, for people that don't know what Prismatic Rare is, in the OCG, it's a type of card that basically makes the card look like, and it's the entire card, look like it's like made of glass and it's shattered. I really love the design of Prismatic cards. I think Prismatic cards are probably one of my favorites like type of cards, because I think it looks so cool, just like the shatter effect on it, and even when you move it around, it looks really cool. I wish I had my own version, like own copy of a Prismatic Rare card, whatever it is, but obviously I don't play in the OCG, so that isn't the case. I've actually seen one and hold one before, but I obviously don't own it, so we're pretty sad there. But I think this is actually a pretty interesting card for the game, as useful as it is, I can't really say much. I mean, being able to get a monster back from your graveyard for like tribute summoning might be good, but again, Rush Duels, again, it's not a format that I really know well, so I can't really say how much it is, but it doesn't seem like a bad card for Rush Duels in my opinion, but I don't know, I can't really judge that myself. So hopefully someone will tell me down in the comments below because I really don't know. So yeah, that's going to be it for Monster Reincarnation. And that's going to be really it for the discussion. With two cards, you're not going to really go over much, especially since they don't have big effects. What I'll do for you guys is that if you guys are interested in the other cards, I will have like Ro and Roman's new aces if you're more into the Sevens anime and the stuff that I do for that. And you want to know about Roa's new ace monster and those kind of stuff, and Roman's new ace and card supports, they'll be across the screen. So if you want to pause the video and read them yourself, you can go right ahead and do that. I'll have them up for you guys. So while you guys look at that, I can just go over these two cards. Will say though, these were very interesting choices that they actually decided to bring to the game. Buster Blader is a card that I'm not really surprised that they were going to bring. Honestly, this was the next card that I really thought they were going to bring, other than maybe Dark Magician Girl. I know some people were really wanting to see some Dark Magician Girl, even though I don't know how good she would really be, because the most that she's going to gain out of it is 300 attack points, because Dark Magician is a legend card. And for people that don't know what legend cards are, if you're more of the Master Rule format guy like me and doesn't know what legend cards really mean, basically it's just a card that you can only use one copy of. So if like Monster Reincarnation, it has a legend on the top of it, that means you can only use one Monster Reincarnation and that's it. And speaking of Monster Reincarnation, that's a card I did not actually expect coming into the Rush Duel format, or at least for a while. I thought that might be a potential card to come into the format a little later, but for right now, I thought there was some more cards that they might choose. Like, the biggest one is Monster Reborn. I really thought that was going to be a card that they brought to the game before Monster Reincarnation, but I guess they decided that this one was a little bit more important. I think there's honestly a lot of spell cards that it can really do. There's actually one spell card I really was kind of hoping for, and I don't know if this will ever be a thing, but I will just say this: I might take some interest to Rush Duels if this happens. I want to see if Rush Duels have the balls to put Pot of Greed in their format. For two reasons. One, I want to see how much people can abuse Pot of Greed in the Rush Duel format. Is it as good in Rush Duel formats? Because you have a massive draw anyways, so like, is it worth doing a Pot of Greed to fill up your hand again, but potentially, if you don't get rid of the cards in your hand, you're just going to have to draw shorter cards from your draw phase, so maybe there might not be as a benefit is to it. And maybe if it is broken, I want to see how fast the card can get banned. I'm going to be honest. I just want to see how fast that card can get banned. Plus, if it has like that kind of rarity, whatever Monster Reincarnation had to a Pot of Greed, I would definitely try to get my hands on it. Even if it is OCG, I would try to get my hands on that. But those are some cards that I thought of. There is some other ones, like Raigeki is another spell card I thought they would probably do. For traps like Mirror Force, I thought Mirror Force might be an interesting thing. Magic Cylinder would be another cool one. Like, there's so many spell and trap cards that I thought would come to the game first before Monster Reincarnation. Not complaining at all. I actually do like Monster Reincarnation. I think it is a pretty cool card. I actually like the design of it a lot, actually. I think it looks really cool, but definitely was not expecting Monster Reincarnation in the game. Again, Buster Blader, I really did think was going to be the next card on there, other than maybe Dark Magician, which I think probably is the next one, or unless they do something like Vorse Raider or something like that. That might be a card they show. Harpy Lady Sisters might be another one. Like, cards like that, I feel like they might go for first before Dark Magician Girl, but who knows, I could be really wrong on this. And also, isn't this the third Yugi card that we've got in a Rush Duel format? Because we have Dark Magician, we have Summon School, and now we have Buster Blader. I don't remember if Yugi did use Monster Reincarnation or not, but that's kind of funny, actually, that he's had the most support. I mean, Joey is he's close. He has two. He has, obviously, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and then you have Jinzo, and then you have Kaiba with only... Oh, Yugi actually also has Celtic Guardian. I forgot about that. And then Kaiba only has Blue Eyes White Dragon, unless they add Vorse Raider into the game, but obviously we don't know yet. I don't know. I don't think there is going to be any more legend cards to it. I think these are going to be the only two. I don't think they really do that many legend cards from what I see, so it's very interesting to see what other cards might come in the next few sets, but I'm very excited just to see how they are, and I definitely want to know down below, what do you guys think of those two cards? Do you think they are going to be useful, or do you think that they're just going to be there, like they're not going to be really as effective, and especially with them being legend restricted? So that's something very interesting to look into as well. But guys, that is going to be it for this TCG OCG video. It's a little bit of a shorter one, but going over really two cards, there's not really much to talk about. And plus, they also have shorter effects, so that even makes it even more shorter than anything. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is something I don't really do, and I'm not going to do as often because, again, I'm not into the Rush Duel games, so this is more of like a special kind of video for these legend cards to do it. I've already did it with Jinzo and Celtic Guardian, so I thought, you know what, let's do it with these cards as well, just to kind of get an interest in them. But let me know what you guys think of these two cards. Are they going to be any good in the Rush Duel format for anyone that does play Rush Duel formats? Are they going to be any good, or do you think they're just going to be okay or not good at all? Again, I think Buster Blader is more situational, and Monster Reincarnation, I don't think it actually might be that bad, but I could be wrong. Maybe they're absolute garbage, but who really knows? And let me know what you guys think of Roa and Roman's new ace monsters. I didn't really go over them in the discussion. Again, I really can't say much about them. Roa's new ace looks sick. I love the monster. I think it was like Doom Death or something like that. I can't remember what it goes. It's like Heavy Royal's Demon, Death Doom or something like that. I think it looks pretty cool. Then you have the Candy monster, which was actually used in this upcoming episode, which review should be out pretty soon. I don't know when I'm going to get it out today. It's either going to be out today or tomorrow. We'll see what ends up happening. But other than that, that's going to be it. And let me know what you guys' thoughts on those cards as well. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, guys, take care and have yourselves a great rest of your day.